Hey, Shalom. Following Yeshua. Out on the road again, getting some things done. um, I had some people checking up on me. Following Yeshua, you all right? I know you hit your head. And if you're asking, is that why? That is why I didn't do my Seventh Day night or Friday night live stream. But why I haven't done any videos this week is I just needed some time. And why is because I've not and never really have been a big rah-rah type person. What I mean by that is I'm not big on, trying to get people to do what is not in them to do. I encourage, sure, but I've been taking this time because, see, I can see what is taking place in this world. I can see what's taking place spiritually. I can see what's taking place financially. I can see what's taking place economically. I can see what's taking place within families. I can see what's taking place socially. Violence. People just doing the most obscure things, and you're seeing the sin raised to levels. It's like every time I think that they couldn't possibly be more wicked, they are. Churches, religions, ministries, society. So I've been focusing on the preservation of myself and my household. We had a great time. Pentecost with my beloved brothers. We talked, continue to grow closer together and covenant with each other. Great time with my brothers at Pentecost. But it's just a shame to see how many people want to act like it's not happening. And the way I see it now is if people really want to believe that it's not happening, that's fine. If you really want to believe that nothing's coming, everything's good, I'm all for it. But for me in my house, I can see it. The watchman was told that when he sees the sword to warn the people. So that in reality, so that the blood was never on him. And I continue to move towards self-sufficiency as much as possible. As much as I possibly can for me and my family. Moving us to a place where I could literally, if I needed to, if I wanted to, cut the support of these places, Targets and Walmarts. I could cut the support. I could, I'm at Home Depot right now. I want to get to a place where I am able to cut these places off if need be. But that requires a lot of foresight. That requires a lot of work. And I'll never be able to 100% get there. You know what I mean? But I want to move to a place where, especially things like food, like growing your own food. We've been hitting it hard growing our own food. Our gardens are packed. Our potatoes are producing heavily. Our artichokes, Jerusalem artichokes, producing heavily. Egyptian walking onions, by the way, we're going to have a selling our Egyptian walking onions, producing heavily. Greens. I mean, feeding a family my size with what you grow, as far as the vegetables go, is a big time, requires a lot of work. A fruit. The trees are blossoming, producing gooseberries, elderberries, goji berries, blackberries, raspberries, mulberries, grapes, everything. Because in my mind, and then the fruit trees are finally in that place. Apples, peaches, plums, pears. Because for me, what I can see, what I look ahead and I look in this world, again, some people say, hey, nothing's going to happen, and hey, you're scaring people, and hey, well, at this point in time, it sounds and it feels like some people need to have their ass kicked. They need to have their ass kicked in the motion. But the time of the rah-rah and the continual saying the same thing, I'm moving to another level of seriousness, and I'm moving to another level of self-sufficiency for myself and for my family. Taking the next step, in seriousness. Because when the game is up, the game is up. When game over hits, you're going to be where you are. And no amount of encouragement at that time is going to change your situation. So I would just rather not play with my family. And that meant that for the time being, I had to be off YouTube because I needed to get, just this week, I had to get a couple things done that were important. And I because of this channel, and I praise y'all for the channel, but I get a lot of emails and I get a lot of correspondences, especially with a lot of sisters that, saw the channel, heard the channel, and now, after ignoring what has been said for years, they want an answer. They are 30 days from being evicted, 20 days from being evicted. And the question is, hey, who's got a piece of property that can let me stay there for a little bit? I'm looking at them like, that is never something that I've ever, and it's a shame because that's never something that I've ever said on my channel. And the idea that people got that perception that I'm saying, hey, when time gets bad and you can't pay your rent, now jump up and try to join, not even the man's house. You just want a place to stay on his property. It's like we missed it. And it was kind of frustrating. So I took some time off. Took this, this week off and let the sisters do some videos. They got some more to finish up their series coming up. Because I'm just at that point now where I'm not going to stop. But there's a heavy level of frustration to get the emails, to know that some of these people have been listening to the channel for years. Some of these people said, I remember at one point said, this is stupid, you shouldn't do that. Years ago. 3, 4, 5 years ago, and have repented and come back and said, hey, I understand what you were saying. I didn't see it. I didn't think it was going to happen. For me, it's just the utmost time of seriousness. Serious relationships, serious covenants with brothers, serious friends. I don't have time for the bullshit. I just don't. I don't care which pastor's arguing with which pastor about this thing. Hey, in my life, I'm living it. So if a person says, well, I don't think you should live that, don't care. Never asked you for your opinion. Well, I don't think, didn't care, don't care. Well, I just don't think that, don't care. You're just doing it for lust. You have no idea. And if you had any fear of the Most High, you wouldn't be judging me. Because that's not why I'm doing it. But hey, whatever way you falsely judge me, so look forward to a time where you will be falsely judged. It doesn't bother me. Because I'm out here and I'm moving my family in a direction, and the sisters see the vision, and then the children are seeing the vision, and they're all moving in it. So your opinion really doesn't matter. But this is more for those that are now hearing it, and now everybody wants a quick answer. Nobody's got any money, and if you could have been smart, you could have saved some cash. And as these housing values and as people start getting away from, people, if you needed a car right now, a time is coming very soon where you're going to be able to scoop up a nice vehicle. Nice vehicle. All these people who took these crazy ass 72-month loans on a vehicle and couldn't pay it back. Used cars about to get dumped on the market. So I don't know. I'm saddened, but I'm also very grateful for those that have listened and have made moves. However you've taken the words that I've said, and you've made moves in your life to whatever degree Yah gave you. I'm honored to be able to be used. And I don't know, time is short. You want to keep playing the game, keep playing the game. But as for me and my house, we're going to keep getting ready for this. We're going to keep, when systems fall, especially this one, what comes after is very satanic. And you can see the agenda that they're pushing already. And I don't want to be any part of that. Anyways, bless y'all. I need to finish up. Shalom.